What'd you think of that, residents? Jacob here, everyone. So for pretty much my entire life, I've wanted a cartoon or hell, even a basic TV show just like what you just saw there. Adult Swim's new series called Primal is set to release on October 7th at midnight and is going to have a special 5-night event to celebrate this awesome new cartoon of sorts. And this isn't no kid's show. It's going to have gore, brutality, death, awesomeness, badassery, and a lot of pure frickin' man. And we're about to talk about everything that we know about this series so far. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable and let's get to it. Primal is being developed from the creator of the award-winning series Samurai Jack, and another classic, the original Clone Wars cartoon. Not the 3D stuff, the original hand-drawn series. This man's name is Genndy Tartakovsky. Primal is set to follow the adventures of a caveman at the dawn of evolution. And somewhere at the beginning of his journey, he becomes friends with a dinosaur family, something that looks along the lines of a T-Rex. We'll get more into what we know about the story of Primal here in a little bit, but let's keep talking about the behind-the-scenes sort of stuff. Primal is set to solely rely on imagery, sound, and music to push its narrative. There's no dialogue in Primal. At first this may sound a little strange, cause every TV show usually has dialogue. But this right here is something different, something special, I think. Sometimes people talking too much just gets in the way. So if you really think about it, all we need to see is the awesome action and all the badass sounds that go with it, and that'll probably fuel people's emotions more than if the guy was talking the whole time, you know what I'm saying? And people are already saying how much they enjoy the art style of Primal. It really has that classic 1990s cartoon, Samurai Jack era sort of style. And I think everybody is appreciating that. The reason why the art looks like Samurai Jack is because it's done by the same guy, Scott Wills, and it's nice to see his sort of style return once again. The music's going to hit hard and really have that emotional push, which I'm all for. And for the sound design, well, that sounds squishy. The musical score of Primal is going to be done by Tyler Bates, and now he's a pretty big name for just a random TV show of sorts. Recently he's done Guardians of the Galaxy, but one of my favorites of his work is the soundtrack from 300. I just watched 300 recently, and man does that soundtrack still kick ass. Alright, so let's get back into what we know so far of the story, judging by the trailer and the clip that Adult Swim released on YouTube. As I mentioned before, it looks like this caveman guy here, he finds a dinosaur family that's under attack from another predatory species. I don't think they're trying to be completely accurate to real-life dinosaurs. You tell me if you've ever seen a dinosaur that's looked like this, but obviously they're kind of playing on the T-Rex thing here, which makes sense, it's the most famous dinosaur of all time. Just as the mother dinosaur and her babies look like they were going to fall to the attackers, the caveman decides that he should go and help. After one hell of a gory and awesome battle, this is clearly the beginning of the relationship that's going to take place throughout this entire series. Now we only see him with one of these dinosaurs in the rest of these little clips here, so something's going to happen, but hey, we'll just wait and see what happens to the mother and the other baby. But nonetheless, the caveman and his surviving dinosaur badass friend here go out into the world to hunt, kill, and survive together. It looks like the series is going to take place on all terrains. We've seen snow, we've seen jungles, we've seen plains. It's pretty much going to go everywhere. And the creatures and monsters that are going to be in Primal seem even more diverse than the settings in which we're going to be seeing them in. There's going to be plenty of dinosaurs, like I mentioned, including the T-Rex looking guy, these raptors, and who knows what else. We're going to see some mammals too. It looks like there's going to be mammoths, some giant bats, and whatever this Hulk Sasquatch looking guy is. There's gonna be giant snakes, giant spiders, weird sort of primate monsters, pterosaurs, and this zombie ape man dude, which to me looks like he's from Florida or something. So yeah, Primal's going to be relatively simple. It's going to be the story about a man and his dinosaur friend and how they survive in a world full of just dangerous monsters, animals, weather. The whole world's out to kill them, and this is their story of how they're going to survive through it. And I think that's pretty freaking awesome, especially for Adult Swim, which usually just kind of favors I mean, kind of stoner comedy, late night, cartoon humor. So it's nice to see a cartoon that's definitely centered for us adults. And hey, I mean, a kid can watch this. It's just a goofy cartoon at the end of the day, but whatever. It really is just nice in a world where everybody's trying to just censor everything and make everything PC and what about the kids? We gotta worry about the kids. Nah, Gendy here's like, I'm gonna make a cartoon that anybody can watch from the age of like 18 to like 800. It doesn't matter because it's just brutal and awesome, and it's really something that's kind of new. I don't know if there's ever been a cartoon outside of Happy Tree Friends, but that was just kind of, I mean, that show was just kind of sick, honestly. This looks a little bit more like the gore in it makes sense because, you know, the real world's tough, guys. It's not all sundrops and rainbows or whatever, you know, out there. So, I'm excited for Primal. What do you guys think? Now, this is just a one-off video, but if it does well and you guys like it, well then hell, I'd love to keep following Primal and covering it for you guys. It's pretty much straight up our alley, and it's probably the most excited I've been for a cartoon since I was like 12, waiting for, hey, Clone Wars to come out. So, made by the same people. So this is a good thing, and if you're into watching it, please go ahead and do so on October 7th at midnight on Adult Swim. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time, residents. Peace out.